I see a lot of visual artists because I do a regular column for Professional Artist Magazine, monthly column, and I do a weekly blog for something called Fine Art America. So I'm in touch with a lot of visual artists.
Yeah. Yeah. What are usually their common concerns in terms of creativity?
Well, it's in terms of their whole life, not just creativity. The biggest one, of course, is making a buck.
Mm-hmm.
For all creative performing artists, 99.5% of all creative performing artists can't make a living
Mm-hmm.
from what they do. So if you're a self-identified whatever, painter, novelist, what have you, you also have to live another life that you don't want to be living,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and that's demoralizing.
Mm.
So the biggest problem is that, the day job problem.
Right.
Second biggest is the work's hard.
I mean, the
So
creative work is hard.
creative work is hard. Not easy to spend 2 years on a novel and slog through it and make something that turns out to be excellent. It's all hard work. Folks don't actually know that because we're such a smiley faced culture of, secrets and just be inspired and one thing and another. People forget how hard the work is. So that's a lot of my coaching work is just reminding folks that it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean that it's not easy to do the work. It's not like you didn't do this because it was going to be easy, did you? Because it's not. Is that what you mean, or what is it the thing that you're reminding them about?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh, also just the realities of process that only a percentage of the things they try will turn out well.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that. No, nobody wants to hear that 2 out of 4 of their novels won't be good or
Yeah.
whatever the percentage is.
Yeah. That hurts. It's a ego blow.
Well, it's time spent. I mean, you're trying to keep meaning afloat
Mhm.
for those 2 years that you're writing a book that isn't working. That's not just ego stuff.
Yeah.
That's existential stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of in despair those whole 2 years because you know it's not working. And it's not that it gets easier either.
Yeah.
Tolstoy writes War and Peace and Anna Karenina and doesn't write another novel for 40 years. So it's not
Mm.
like even somebody with successes is guaranteed that the next thing is going to work or that they're going
Mm.
to feel up to writing the next thing.
Mhm. Mhm. How are those messages generally received? I think I would be kind of, I guess part of it is you're normalizing. Don't expect this to be a hit immediately. Don't expect 100% hits. Expect 50%. But is that helpful, or do people just go into utter depression after they hear that?
No, it's helpful.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They're already in utter depression, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just gives them a kind of a normalization of, hey, this is the game that you've chosen to play, one of art and going down this path. And if you choose to
Yeah,
play
and
this
that
path, then
that
yeah.
95% of the game is showing up.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
On days you don't feel like it, on days when you're not in the right mood, whatever it is,
Yeah.
you can't take that day off because then you'll take a month off and a year off. That's another problem that my peeps have is that they lose years of not working.
Mm. The thing that I'm really concerned about is in fact, I met a high school gal who is studying the liberal arts, and she's actually really good at computer science. And so she's saying, my parents say if I want a job right after I get out of college, I need to be an engineer and a computer scientist, which I'm pretty much guaranteed with the current supply of jobs and the current supply of jobs and the demand that was like forecasting to still not be enough that I will get a job.
Absolutely.
But I want to write. And I've said to her, well, maybe you need to do a little bit of both. I mean, like you said, most of the thing, if you want to write, you may have to have it be a part-time job because it may not be one of those professions that you get paid for immediately. It may can't come for a while. But the thing that scared me, well, I don't know. What would you say? Would you agree? Does she need to take that other job, or should she just write and pursue that?
There's not a should there. There's just a choice. She's not going to be happy either way. So it's just a choice whether it's to spend 10 years at bad day jobs trying to make a living, or whether it's 10 years at a career you're not enjoying making a living. It's not like there's a good choice there. That's one of those dilemmas without a good answer.
Yep.
If she is imagining doing commercial fiction, or if she has a vision for creating work that's wanted, that's more of a reason to opt for the writing career, because at least then maybe you have a shot at making a living by virtue of the writing you've chosen to do. If you're doing experimental poetry, you better be an engineer, I suppose.
Yeah. Kind of just depends on the kind of art that you're going to
Depends on
be.
that. It depends on whether you want to be an advocate and supporter of your writing, if you're going to be a real entrepreneur, if you're going to market and promote your work.
Yeah,
That's a difference.
right.
It can be a the writing is just a part of a writer's life. You then have to market and promote your writing.
Mm,
Again, writers don't want to hear that, but if they want to quit their day job, that's one of the things they're going to need to take seriously.
right. It's not just about writing, it's about marketing, it's about promoting yourself. So, Rebel wanted to ask, why do we spend so much time on future technology? So, without technology, where would we be?
Why do we spend the time on it? Just because if a thing can be done, we do it. I mean, that's the human race. If we can make a smaller phone or a bigger phone, or we just do it.
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking about whether it's wanted or needed. There's no should, it's just what is. If it can be done, we do it.
Yeah. It is interesting though because going back to my intern, I thought, we can't all be engineers. If all we produce is a world of engineers, no offense, because I know you come from the science background, but if we just have a world of, engineers with no philosophers, then I think the world is not necessarily a better place. I don't think, at least. I mean, no offense to,
No,
to engineers and such.
it's not a better place, but if no one wants to pay philosophers, poets, etc., then people are just stuck with this dilemma. And the dilemma often plays itself out in senior year of high school and first 2 years of college. That's when this dilemma typically plays itself out,
Hmm.
because your parents have said, wow, it's so wonderful that you dance or put little paintings up on the refrigerator. Oh, you're so creative. That's so lovely. And they keep saying that until you're junior and senior year of high school. And then they say, stop it now. Now you have to apply to colleges and be serious and all of that.
Hmm.
That's the first blow,
Mm.
really, to the person's, because that person thought she was going to be supported, or really hadn't given it thought one way or the other.
It means so much to me that you're listening to the show. I would love your support in any way by giving me comments below, or to subscribe to the show, or share the show with friends. Thank you again for your support. Love and blessings.